Hello, this is Platypus, and this is going to be a tutorial for low-level players that are trying to figure out Katarina.
If you insist.
Now, I am running an AP build. If you would like to play AD, that's fine. It's your choice. I personally think that AP is just better in general. So that's what I'm going to be running. Now, this is, of course, my opinion. I'm level 24 or 25, I think, so I'm no expert. Haven't even touched ranked play. But again, this is a tutorial for noobs, so I'm giving you a noob's perspective on things. So, if you're laning with one of the... I have no idea why 3 people are going bottom. We'll take a look at the summoner spells. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be jungling. So, I'm not exactly sure what Early is doing.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, apparently we don't know here. So anyway, looks like I'm going to get Severe, which is perfectly fine. So you're going to be laning with someone. Generally, it's great if you have a Disabler, because you are burst damage, and you're very squishy. Now, you're not as squishy as... I mean, you're squishier than Akali, but on the other hand, you do more burst damage than she does. Not necessarily at the earlier levels, but as we go on. So... Oh, okay. Apparently I'm going mid. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where they want me. Everybody's switching around. So I guess Irelia is jungling, and I'm gonna be taking mid. And apparently Garen is soloing, which is actually fine for Garen. Solo Garen can kick some ass if he has Exhaust and Ignite, which he does not have. But that's okay. If you're fighting against Vladimir, so I didn't actually expect to be in the middle at all, because Katarina almost never has to go in the middle. But if you're fighting against Vladimir, he is pretty much impossible to harass, so don't even try. He will just heal himself right on up. So until you get your ultimate, just sort of hang back, play by the tower, that's fine. You'll get a fair amount of experience, and you'll be okay.
For now.
Okay, that was a terrible misclick. You don't want to misclick your Shumpos. So, let's talk while we dance around with Vladimir. A little bit about masteries and runes for those of you that care. I mean, I'm making this for low levels, so I don't imagine that you have any runes. But that's okay. We'll talk about them anyway. So, for runes, I'm running cooldown reduction by level, dodge chance, and mana penetration. That was in order of glyphs, steals, and marks. And for the Quince, I'm also using cooldown reduction per level. Again, only 24 per level, so I don't even have all the rune slots open, and the ones I do aren't completely full. So, runes aren't the biggest deal for me, just since it's normal play, it's not ranked. For masteries, I go 979. Again, I only have 25 skill points. So yeah, 25, so I'm full 25. So, I go towards spell penetration. Incredibly important. That's the first thing you should ever build toward in your masteries. I also have... I'm building toward mobility for my defensive masteries. But again, I only have 7 points there, so I haven't quite reached it. And in my utility, I build toward greed. As you can see, it can be kind of hard for Katarina to get gold in the very beginning, especially if she's not ganking.
If you insist.
So, even though it's not a lot of gold, that extra 1 every 10 seconds can add up over the course of the game. Which is especially nice if you're just sort of sitting in your base waiting for, you know, that 30 gold for your next item. And honestly, that's just a waste of time. So if you have extra gold that lets you not have to do that, then super. So, I guess we'll talk about the skills of Katarina and how I feel people should build them up. So, I like to start out with Shumpo. I'm an AP build. I usually have a partner, but it works just fine in the middle lane. Bouncing Blades is probably better for mid, especially if you're trying to harass as a starting skill. But, I mean, you're going to have Shumpo and Bouncing Blades both by the time you're level 2. So, if you're up against a healer, you're going to want to use your Killer Instincts to enhance your Bouncing Blades with a debuff. Incredibly useful against healers, like Vladimir or Mundo. Severely cuts down the amount of healing they get. 50% for an entire 10 seconds, even at level 1 Killer Instincts. Which is just incredible. But the real beauty of Killer Instincts in an AP build is the damage reduction. So at level 5, starting out at level 1, you get 15% true damage reduction, which is pretty much impossible to find anywhere else. You also get a little bit of true damage. We'll just hover over the skill so you can see. Starts out at 15% reduced damage, going up to 35%. Now, it seems like a flat 35 armor isn't that great, but remember that you start out with quite a bit of reduced damage anyway, and this stacks on top of that. So, for 3 seconds after your Shunpo, you can tank damage with the best of them. Of course, it is only 3 seconds, and you will generally be focused down in a team fight since everybody's so scared of you. Now, it looks like we lost somebody, which is not good. You don't want to set the mood of the game to be amusing. So, okay, quick little talk about Death Lotus and Vladimir. So, Death Lotus is a channeling ability, and what Vladimir will do the instant you Shunpo to him and start using your Death Lotus, if he has any sense, is to use his Sanguine Pool, which makes him untargetable. But I mean, there's no harm in shooting him a bit, or maybe he'll just run away. But either way, you're probably not going to kill him, or even do too much damage with a Death Lotus against Vladimir. He is not a squishy, he's a very tanky guy that can heal himself nice and easily.
Executed.
Okay, so, yeah, that was actually kind of a nice pickup. We didn't really get anything for it, but it's always nice to have the enemy not getting experience. So, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Right, Death Lotus. So you want to use your Death Lotus against squishy targets or weakened targets. You generally don't want to engage a tank until you have a Deathfire's Grasp, which is going to be the second item you build after Rylai's. The order is kind of important, actually. I'll explain to you once I actually start buying them. Yeah, so, again, if you're soloing, just try to get whatever gold you can. Yes, don't engage tanks until you have fires. If you're fighting a Teemo or something in mid, totally go and try to gank him. You have a pretty short cooldown on your ultimate. Yep, there he goes, he sanguined. And got out of it. Actually, it hurt me for a bit. But, I mean, the passive healing I get from leveling up should probably take care of me. Of course, he is going to be healed quite substantially through his transfusion. And if he won't at the early levels, but if the Vladimir ever gets a Hextech Gunblade, he will just heal himself with every single he casts, which can be quite annoying. So for skill progression, generally, I said this ages ago, and I've just been getting off on other tangents, so I apologize. But there have been different things to talk about at the given time. So for skill progression, you want to actually level things up pretty evenly. I've started out to maxing Shunpo almost, but I'm going to work on my Killer Instincts next. And this, I don't know about this Vladimir. He's not sanguining too much, and I think that would actually save him a fair bit of hurt. So, once you start getting up there in magic damage, feel free to use your Shunpo to just sort of run in and then run back out. Just pop a Shunpo and dodge back. Pop a Shunpo, dodge back. You start doing that at level 1, honestly, if you're with somebody. Like if you're laning with somebody. And again, I'm assuming that you know what laning means. Even though this is for noobs, I imagine here that you have like a level 2 or 3 summoner, at least. So, yeah, like I said, Shunpo, you can just sort of pop back, and you should be fine. Just since it is instantaneous teleport, it's almost like having another flash that just doesn't block missiles. So you want to use it as much as possible. A very important thing to do is to use Shunpo after every time you kill somebody. So immediately after killing somebody, use Shunpo. Doesn't matter what you use it on. You can use it to get away and jump on your allies, or you can use it to attack. It's all good. Just use it. It's extra damage, or it's your life that's being saved. And either way, that's good. So I'm starting to get pretty hurt here. So we're gonna pop a health potion, which is what you bought in addition to your tome, in case you didn't see the items. For this AP build, if you really, really think that you need a Doran shield or something, you can go ahead and get it. But I mean, you can't build it into anything. and it's honestly not that great. It barely adds any health. And it starts losing effectiveness at like level 2 or 3. So I don't really appreciate it. And like I said, the first item is going to be a Rylai's.
Ready for trouble.
So it looks like Vladimir is going to continue to be use his sanguine pool. So we're probably not going to get a kill anytime soon, which means we're not getting our Mage Eyes. So the exception to the Rylai's rule is if you get a Mage Eyes really quickly, then you can try. So if you're doing very well, feel free to get a Mage Eyes because they're awesome for everybody except Vladimir, actually, as far as AP characters go, because he benefits from bonus health. So actually, just getting the Rylai's is better than getting a Mage Eyes for him. So we're gonna get our boots, and then we're going to start building toward a Rylai's. If you want to get wards, that's great. We have an Evelyn on the opposing team, so even better. If you get the ones that can see invisible units, you can also Shumpo off of them, which is very, very nice. So if you have a place where you know you're going to be running a lot, just drop a ward. It's only 90 gold. It can actually save your life quite a lot if you can hop off of it.
Ready for trouble.
So at this point, he has leveled up his sanguine pool enough that it's totally outranking my Death Lotus. So we're just going to wait for him to move into
if you insist.
turret range before we try to attack him. Cat, help friend, please. I don't know what that means, but we're going to come down here. Because Evelyn is actually quite squishy. She has a lot of how many kills does Evelyn have? She has 2 kills, which is why she is so set. So we are going to kill Sona. She's not going to get away. Like I said, she's not going to get away. I might get a little bit hurt here by Evelyn in the turret, just since she can stun me. But again, right after you kill something, use your Shumpo to get away in that case. But also, if you're in a team fight, just go bounce, bounce, bounce. You can get lots of kills using repeated Shumpos. I keep on getting confused between their Sivir and our Sivir, who I suppose is free this week.
Ready for
since Sivir is actually kind of terrible. Although she was fixed, so not that anybody new watching this would remember, but Sivir used to be quite terrible because her abilities required ability power, and her attacks, which is what she's supposed to use, required add damage. But they've actually combined them so that all you need is add damage. Fun fact. So at this point, all you can really do, since Vladimir though they're so very tanky, is kill squishies on the other sides. Feel free to run back and forth. Just pop whoever, doesn't matter. You certainly don't want to try to kill Garen because he'll silence you, and he's really tanky.
Don't test your luck, son.
But Sona, or Sivir, I'm sorry, is an excellent target, especially when Galio does shit like that. So we're gonna kill Garen now. We don't actually have our Deathfire, but he is so very low that doesn't matter. Just spam your abilities on him. Doesn't matter. And now you have a Shumpo, so if you had an ally down here, you can just Shumpo straight down there. And we have dead Garen. So you're not designed for killing minions or turrets, but you totally can. Okay, so Vladimir is coming up and he's gonna try to gank. So you can just sort of run straight past him. If somebody's chasing you, just Shumpo onto them and run in the opposite direction. That is honestly all you have to do, and it will save you 9 out of 10 times. So like somebody's running up here, or perfect example, somebody's chasing you from the side and you're running down here. They're going to start coming up here expecting you to run out this way toward your turret. You just Shumpo onto him and keep running toward this bush. It'll save you. Trust me. Just because they expect you to